Okay, so here we are. This is our prototype for our rescue vehicle here, and most likely it will probably crash. It is an unmanned vehicle. I've made very sure of that. I've got the hitchhiker, what is it called? The hitchhiker storage container right here. It is a unmanned robotic vehicle, so I do have the solar panels on it that I'm going to have to remember to actually deploy this time. It is a large rocket. I was trying to find some way, just even like a two-man crew kind of thing, where I could go through and quickly and easily send up something unmanned. But this is the smallest crew vehicle that they have. I think, yes, the inline clampatron. So yeah, we're gonna have to use a very large vehicle to go out and rescue a single guy off of the moon. So let's go ahead and take this thing out. I'm kind of looking it over because I expect this thing to fall apart. This is really close to the vehicle I used, to the rocket I used to get the last part of the station up into orbit. So what I want to do is get up into orbit, catch on to the station, and then refuel up there, because I got a feeling I'm going to have to use some of this fuel to get me up to the station. Refuel, head onto the moon, land, and pick up our guy and come back. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be stuck on the station even if we get him back, because I don't have a reliable way of moving him from the station back to the planet, which is where I think a space plane is probably going to have to come into play at. So let's go ahead and head out to the launch pad here and see if we can send this thing into space and not into pieces. Alright, here we are on the launch pad. The game crashed on us there, and my god, look at this thing lean. It's got a heavy left lean to it, which means that something's not quite lined up down there. I may have to put those attachments on that hold it up off the ground. I just noticed that this thing is not set up the way I wanted it to, not set up the way that I had intended it to be set up. That's actually not what I want. I want these here. I want these four to fire off at the same time as those, and then we can kick that off. Okay, so we're going to try and get us up into space. I don't know if this is even going to work or not. It could just explode right here on the launch pad. And oh, slow start even with those. Oh my god. Oh, we're tipping over. This is not good. Oh, it's going to be a crash. This is going in kind of the right direction. So our first iteration of this rocket is a failure. I think part of it is because I don't have any SAS modules like anywhere on this thing. Yeah, got the engines. Bit of a lag as the crash takes place. Okay, let's go ahead and take it back into the vehicle assembly building and fix it up right, and see if it crashes again on us. Okay, no, it doesn't crash going into the vehicle assembly building, just seems to crash coming out of the vehicle assembly building. Okay, let's see here. We need some control. We need SAS modules. Let's put 4 of them there. I'm so tempted just to cover this thing in SAS modules. That's 8. Let's hope that's enough. Then I've got my advanced SAS module. Do I? Not seeing it. Which could be the whole problem to begin with. Oh, not that. There we go. Okay, so let's save that off again, head back out to the launch pad and see if it crashes, see if the game crashes on us here. No, we made it. Okay, so we made it back out to the launch pad here without crashing the game. Now let's see if we can crash the rocket. Still got that awesome left lean going on there. That's pretty horrific. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. And we have a failure. We have a pretty serious failure. And it's going to end in this thing crashing. As you can see, I didn't restage this right before we took off. So these rockets hopefully just burn out. And I'll end the flight. And hopefully we won't tip over. Destroy the launch pad. I didn't realize how long this thing's actually lasted. They do tend to last for quite a long time. Put the gear down quickly, because that's going to matter. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, we didn't tip. So let's end the flight. Go back to the vehicle assembly building, get that staging set up correctly, the way I think I had it the very first time before it crashed. Bring those down there. So it should be those four, break away those, and then break away those. Those four kick on. And let's see, do I want any kind of method of pushing this stuff away from me? Do I want to put those Sepatrons on? Nah, we'll do without. Save and launch. I'll get more into the Sepatrons, those little separator things where they kick away the stages on another mission. Okay, still got the. We're back with the lean and SASR. Now we have a launch. Oh my God! Look at that thing wobble and shake. Look at that thing just wobble and shake. No real rocket can actually do that much without just tearing itself absolutely apart. Okay, so the solid rocket boosters are burning off a little quicker than the liquid fuel, which is good, which is exactly where I wanted to go. This first stage, I really just wanted to get us up out of, well, not even out of the heaviest densest part of the atmosphere. If it gets me 3,000 meters off the ground, I'll be perfectly happy with that. We got a little bit of speed going on here, about ready to cut these things loose. Now there's no way any of this stuff is efficient whatsoever. It's not. Oh, wow, yeah, that's not efficient. Crushing the vehicle is not efficient. But what survived? Quick, open the shield. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we're still moving around too. So that's all that survived is just the robotic part of the vehicle, and there's some bits flying up there. And a whole bunch of stuff down here on the bottom. Oh, am I falling through some more smaller bits? I think so. And we're going to watch all this stuff just crash back onto the landing pad. I'm going to do a little bit of work on this. And, oh no, remember our landing trainer is right down there too. It could get destroyed. Okay, no, it's going to get missed. Our landing trainer is still sitting right there. Command module probe. Probe. Nice. Boom. Hey, something survived. Oh, no, it didn't. Alright, so I'm going to step away from the camera for just a little bit and see if I can work on this and maybe get something put together that's not going to be quite so terrible and catastrophic. So we will see you guys back here in just a few moments. Back on the launch pad one more time. As you can see, we've got, I went ahead and added on these little launch assist things right here so that we don't have quite that lean that we had going on. It still looks like it has a lean to it, and I would say, yeah, it does have some lean to it, but I don't feel like it's going to just collapse and fall over right here on the launch pad. Added some more structural to it, and hopefully that'll be enough to hold it together as we try to get up into space here. And so let's go ahead and go with this launch. Oh my god. Okay, that didn't help at all. That did not help at all. And there goes the structure for that. Hey, the little top of it still survived. Wow, okay, so where did that failure take place at? I'm actually just going to restart that one, because it looked like it happened right here on this close side. It happened right here. And I've got to be able to find out why this thing just wants to fail. I mean, it just absolutely wants to fail. I've got more structure down there at the bottom, more cross beams, more cross members going across there. And let's go with a little less than full throttle and see what happens this time. Now, is it this? Is it these winglets, these canards that are causing drag, that are causing problems? Or is it just the fact that this is an absolutely flawed design? Yes, look at how much torque is taking place right there. It's huge. It makes me just feel at any moment this thing could just come apart. Yep. And come apart it did. Okay, so I've really just got to go back, rethink this, scrap this whole design, and start over again. See what I can come up with. So we'll be back once I get that kind of figured out. And we'll see if we can get something off the ground. Until then, see you shortly. We are back once again, back here on the launch pad with our new rescuer vehicle, our unmanned rescue vehicle here. And I'm a little worried about this thing. As you can see, it is very tall right here through the center. So I'm very worried about this thing just absolutely crushing itself. So I'm gonna not throttle all the way up at launch. We probably won't even do throttle, go with throttle up until after we break away from these 4 stages here, because I just got a feeling this is just going to absolutely crush itself. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired off. Very slow takeoff there. Oh crap, no, we broke loose, something came loose. We've gone into a spin, headed right back toward the vehicle assembly building. Once again, another terrible failure for the Kerbal Space Program. Okay. Once again, back on the launch pad here with what I'm hoping is going to be our unmanned robotic savior to our guys up there on the moon, or our single Kerbal up on the moon. I'm a little worried about how far this thing reaches out. I'm actually kind of worried this thing's going to clip the edge of the launch pad there. I don't want to go full throttle up because I got a feeling this thing's just going to crush itself. This has got a very long, slender center that has not a lot of structure to it. So we're not going to go full throttle up here at launch. We're going to stay kind of about mid-range to the highest marker here. And let's see what we're able to do with this thing. Gotta watch that. Don't clip it. Oh, we cleared it. Good. Okay, so we are clear and away. And hopefully on our way to go rescue their Bill Bob off of the moon. So this is going to be our attempt here to try and make a rescue plan. And the biggest thing is going to be, of course, getting into space. And once we get into space, getting to the moon, landing close to where he's at, so we can pick him up and bring him back. So quite a few challenges in this flight, in this mission, but not the least of which is just getting off the ground. So we're now at 102 meters per second. We're getting a little squirrely, a little wobbly. Not liking that at all. Let's cut those away. Turn the SAS off just for a second there to see if we can try to get rid of some of that wobble. I'm thinking these canards are not helping me any. We might be a little more spinny if I didn't have those on, but to be quite honest, I'm not sure they're doing us any good right now. Let's keep it low. I'm still worried about just absolutely getting crushed here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. See if we can turn the SAS off. See how straight we can go. We're starting to kind of nose over to the right just a touch. Let's not let that happen. Let's go ahead and re-engage SAS. Once I get up out above this harshest level of the atmosphere, then maybe we can, those little canards won't be quite an issue. Okay, we're coming down on ending this little fuel run. We're 12,000 meters. We're about to get out of this part of the atmosphere. The heaviest, densest part. Oh, it's bouncing up and down a little bit. I'm not liking that. It could crush itself at any moment. backing off on the throttle just to make sure the G-forces are evened out. We're at 16,000 meters. There's the cutaway. Oh, wow. Oh, get us out of there. Get us out of there. Shit's blowing up. Okay. We're on our way, continuing up. Let's go ahead and throttle up there. Oh, we're wobbly. We're really wobbly. We're slowing down too. Okay, we're stabilizing out. Still not sure about this whole mission. Has just been such a difficult design. God, look how I just feel like it's gonna fall apart. We are spinning now a little bit. That's okay. I'll take the spin if we can just get into space. Gaining speed, a little bit quicker now. Actually, I would just want to get rid of this stage. As soon as I can get rid of this stage, I think we'll be in the clear. But our ascent speed is very slow. Not liking that at all. We got some orbital motion going on, but there's no chance we're actually in orbit. We are, in fact, only 46,000 meters to an apoapsis, and we're already at 40,000 meters, so it's really not ahead of us by that much. Turn that off for a second. Oh, turn it back on. Turn it back on. God, this thing is so wobbly. Bring that up. Okay, so this stage is just about done. There it goes. Get rid of that thing. And we are out of control. Outstanding. Turn. We're slowing down. I got a feeling we are going to be heading back to the Kerbel Space Center very quickly now. Yeah, this next engine is not strong enough to push us. I was really hoping to get a lot higher off the ground than this with everything we had there. That's not going to be the case. So we're about to hit our apoapsis. We got lots of fuel, but we're not burning it. There's no way for us to get up enough speed, enough orbital speed to be able to make this thing happen. Yeah, 350 meters per second. Nowhere near what we need. So let's go ahead and let's cut that, detach that, fire this up. And let's see if we can do a little bit of a mock landing here. I'm gonna flip over here, kind of point toward our. This is gonna be in the ocean, so there's no way we're gonna land softly. But let's go ahead and get this over. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if we've got enough thrust to slow ourselves down. Nope, we don't. Sticky keys. So this would be our descent phase if we were going to the moon, and it would be enough thrust to slow us down if we were over the moon. But the gravity here on Kerbel is just way too strong. We'll burn through all of our fuel before we ever get slowed down, and we'll hit the ground before we get slowed down as well. So once more, back into the hangar. So we will see you guys in a very short amount of time. Okay, let's make this happen. I think I've got everything worked out here. I think this is the vehicle we want to use. I got rid of the extra stage in there. So now we just have 5 mainsail motors down here along with these 4 solid rocket boosters. Still afraid about being a little unstable, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the throttle back on it quite a bit for most of it. And let's go ahead and make this happen. really looking forward to being able to get back to the moon, get back to exploration, get back to going out there and picking up our wayward Kerbonauts out there. It is another nighttime launch with the moon right there. That is our destination. And hopefully we will get there safe and sound. We're going through a little bit of a spin. That's okay. I don't even care. We're going to go ahead and let that one just do its thing. As long as we're going vertical, that's really the only thing that matters, is as long as we keep going up. So, a nice, easy ascent. Getting ready to cut loose on the solid rocket boosters here in just a few moments. We're only about 3,000 meters off the ground. We're not traveling too fast. That's alright. Like I said, I'm really more interested. Whoa! Easy there. Easy. Okay, this was very nearly an end to the mission right there. Something exploded. I'm assuming it was something on the solid rocket booster. Maybe that SAS thing that I stick on top of that. It kind of just detonated there. So now we're speeding up a little bit. We're getting about halfway through this thickest part of the atmosphere. I'm really hoping to try and push through that here on our first stage. Going to try and keep an eye on our speed. I don't want the speed to get too high as we go through this part of the atmosphere. And because I'm afraid that will just crush this vehicle. And you see our G-forces creeping up there slowly, 215. Trying to stay on top of the throttle. Trying not to get a little too carried away here. We seem a lot more stable this time around, a lot less bouncy, a lot less sway to it. A little more spin. 14,000 meters, so we're cleared the hardest part of the atmosphere. Just going to go ahead and let it spin. Not even worried about it. We're a long ways away from being able to do any kind of a tilt. Get ready to cut that loose. Oh, okay. We may have tapped one of those little boosters right there. As we now continue on our way up, let's go ahead and throttle on up. I think we're in good shape. We got a little bit of wobble, but not too bad. Now let's take a look at our orbit. We're not even near an orbit. But we are gaining speed now. We are actually doing really well. This one stage right here should last for quite a long time. Okay, 34,000 meters. We're getting past the, pretty much past the atmosphere altogether. There's our orbital switch. And I'm getting ready to go for a roll here. 56,000 meters. We're getting close. I want to see us top 650 at least on the speed before we start our roll. Tap of the RCS, maybe to slow our spin down there a little bit. Got debris everywhere. 80,000 meters. Okay. So let's go ahead and get ready to stop our spin there. And let's see if we can follow our angle. Wow, that went over way too easy. And here we come back again. Okay, let's drop throttle. Come on. Get it back to 90. Line it up. Sink it in. We're outside of the atmosphere by a long ways. Well, actually, we want to really cut back on that throttle there. Oh, we're almost out of fuel too. Not quite where I wanted to be at. Let's go ahead and finish our getting nose down to the horizon here. Okay. boost that out. There we go. Some nice speed there before we lose that part of our vehicle. Alright. Turn off the SAS, or the RCS, sorry. And let us, let's see, cut that, fire that up, and let's make a slow move. There's the acceleration. Full throttle, lock that in. Now let's see if we can get our velocity up. This stage should last quite a long time for us. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it's enough to get us up into orbit. And if it is, I'm going to go ahead and get the orbit going, get on our approach toward our space station here, and we will see you guys back here in just a few moments. And hopefully we'll be docking here pretty soon. Alright, so here we are working on trying to dock with the station. Right now just trying to work on closing in here, because of course this is my target. The station seems to be turning a little bit. Or is that me? Maybe it's me. Nope, station is definitely turning a little bit. So that's going to make things a little bit more interesting. We're going to move forward. Right now, the way it's turning doesn't bother me at all, because that's actually going to put the put it kind of in my favor for being able to. Sorry about that. Minor interruption. Should put it in my favor for being able to line up with the docking ring here. So what I want to go ahead and do is get this lined up. Oops, I can try that again. That's definitely not what I wanted to do. Lights are kind of washing out the station just a little bit. That's alright. Also helps me realize, or helps me see exactly where I am too. Try to slowly maneuver this. That was a mistake. Okay, I want to bring my speed to a stop here. This is what I'm finding out is really, it is all about doing things nice and slow. This is not something where you're just gonna run at it and, you know, hope that you make that you can dock with things. This is definitely a game of making slow, minor adjustments. I'm finding out that, of course, the more I do it, the more I find out exactly how slow and how minor your adjustments need to be to actually get this to work the way you want it to. Trying to get my yellow circle up there. It's not wanting to move the way that I want it to. We are still moving towards our docking ring. Maybe we just need to go a little bit faster. This is definitely not going to be ideal. Oh, and it's closed. Shoot, open, 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 open. And I bounced off the station. Alright, back it off, back it off. No, no, wrong way. Back it off this way. Yeah, that was not good, and I'm just kind of passing backwards through the solar panels here. Okay. I'm gonna let it move. I bounced off that thing. That was not good. Okay, let's try to remaneuver a little bit. Not that way. Not that way. Not that way either. Do not hit that solar panel. Oh my god. Oh, oh man, I just broke that solar panel there. Hang on, let's stop the spin. Okay, let's do a little bit of movement here. We're gonna take another shot at this. Hopefully, we'll drift a little bit better here. Are my lights? Oh, that's right. I got lights in the back of this thing. I forget about that. Slow us down. Yeah, see, I've got lights on the back side of this thing too, so when I point away from it, I'm still lighting it up. Okay, let's come on around here again. I keep trying to use SAS to slow me down when I make those big movements like that, but doesn't always quite work out the way I want it to. And of course my mind is also kind of on the whole next step phase of this, and so that's kind of where I'm also kind of at thinking of, okay, now I've got to start working on getting ready to go out there and do my rescue land, and of course the next step after that, oops, that was not what I wanted to do. I seriously need to stop this movement. This is not the movement I want. I might try to back away and take another run at this. At a slightly different angle. And I don't think I've got my RCS jets set up quite the way I want them to. Yeah, they're definitely not. They're not in the most ideal positions, and I think that's really another thing that's kind of throwing me off. I think I've only got one set on this upper stage, which is just not really. I really should have a second set down over here to help me move in a more lateral motion than what I'm picking up right now. Because that's what's really kind of throwing me off here as far as my angle goes, is not having that second set basically means that when I use the JKL keys, it's not moving me laterally like I need it to. Alright, I need to stop this movement. actually kind of heading right towards it, which is good. So all I want to do is just kind of stop that movement. No, 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 wrong way, wrong way. Occasionally I still get the keys backwards, or get the directions backwards, and that really throws me off. But I think this should be a fairly good approach if I can not screw it up. I just want to stay lined up right there. And that should be the approach that I need to go ahead and dock with our station here. Just a nice gentle motion in. We'll get our docking on here, and then we will get fueled up and get ready for the next part of our mission, which is, of course, to, whoops, centered up, stay centered up. You're not there yet. Did I miss it? Oh, I missed it. Crap, I screwed it up again. Alright, back off, back off. Okay. Guys, I'm just going to cut here, and I'll come back to you once we've docked, once we have gotten refueled, and once we are ready to make our rendezvous, or our moonshot here. So we will see you guys in just a few minutes.